Hey everyone, it is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Diddy and his legal team and one of his lawyers, Nicole Westmoreland. She spoke with CNN and she has confirmed that yes, they are in talks with Trump administration to give Diddy a pardon. I guess they're not trusting, and I kind of wouldn't either, that this judge is going to do the right thing on October 3rd when it comes times for Diddy's sentencing. And why are they not trusting him? Because every time Diddy's legal team asked for something, the judge told him no. So the judge the other day said that, you know what, Diddy has to remain behind bars until his sentencing, even though he offered up $50 million and a whole lot of other conditions to get out. The judge still said no. Let me share the screen so we can get more into this story.
Holmes' attorneys gives her first interview since his conviction last month, and she's giving an answer to what's been largely speculated about. Will Diddy get a pardon? Watch.
Have people in Sean Combs's orbit, have they had conversations with the Trump administration?
Yes. My understanding is that we have reached out.
Reached out is one thing. Having a conversation is another. Do you know if there have been active conversations about a pardon?
Yes, it's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon.
President Trump, when he was asked about this pardon, he said, quote, "I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile." And the president indicated that a pardon is likely not on the table because of that break in his relationship with Mr. Combs years ago. How is he feeling now about the chances of a pardon given the president's commentary?
I think that Mr. Combs is a very hopeful person, and I believe that he remains hopeful.
Joining me now is a reporter who got that interview, CNN entertainment correspondent Elizabeth Wagmeister. And with the follow-up there, you know, reaching out and having a conversation are two different things. So we now know that they are having a conversation. What other insights did you learn?
Hey, Victor, it is so great to be with you. You know, as journalists, that we focus on the details. So we had to have that follow-up. But look, I sat in that courtroom nearly every day for this trial, along with our friend Laura Coates. And make no mistake, this verdict was a victory for the defense. Even though Sean Combs was convicted on 2 counts, he was acquitted on the more serious charges. So I asked his attorney about the legal strategy here. Take a look at what she told me. This verdict was, in no uncertain terms, a victory for the defense. Talk about that strategy from day one, to come out of the gate and say he is a domestic abuser, but that is not what he is on trial for here.
So, you know, the strategy was to just tell the truth. That's really what we decided, to just tell the truth. We didn't need a creative story. We didn't need to overreach. We knew that telling the truth meant not guilty. We knew that he had not sex trafficked anyone. And we knew that RICO was absurd. So we figured, hey, we'll tell the truth and that will pay off. And I believe that for the most part, that strategy worked.
He is still. Now, Victor, just yesterday, the judge actually denied the latest attempt from the defense at bail. They have been trying relentlessly to get Sean Combs released ahead of his sentencing. But again, judge denied that, and that sentencing is set for October 3rd.
Yeah, Elizabeth, we'll remind people that the defense didn't put on a single witness after the weeks of witnesses from the prosecution. Does Attorney Westmoreland believe that the prosecutors just overplayed their hand here?
She absolutely believes that they overplayed their hand here. In fact, she does not even believe that they should have ever brought this case. And she tells me that's a witness. strategy not to call anyone, not to have Sean Combs take the stand in his own defense to testify. But take a look here at what she told me about what she thinks about the government's case. Was this a mistake? Should the government have never brought this case?
Absolutely. The government's first mistake was bringing the case, period. And the second mistake was allowing it to keep going. I think they definitely knew early on, you know, they knew that there was no way that Mr. Combs committed sex trafficking or RICO. They knew that, and they just continued prosecuting the case anyway. And I think that was their second mistake. And I think the jury saw straight through it.
That's facts. Facts.
Now, attorney Nicole Westmoreland, keep in mind, she is one of the few people who is actually in Sean Combs's very close inner circle. She has been visiting him in Brooklyn at the MDC, and she tells me that this would be hard for anyone, but especially somebody who was Sean Combs, one of the most famous, powerful people in the world, now sitting in a jail cell. She says, though, that he is remorseful and that she believes that he still has a lot of good to do in the world. That is what she told me, Victor.
Elizabeth Wagmeister, great get. Thank you.
Yeah, great get. We appreciate you. Let me go ahead and share screen again 1 second. And I agree with the lawyer said. They knew this was an overreach. And once they really discovered it was an overreach, they kept going rather than stopping the circus. So Sean Diddy Combs' attorney confirms they approached Trump administration about a pardon. An attorney for, let me just pause this. An attorney for Sean Diddy Combs confirmed Tuesday that his legal team has approached the Trump administration about a pardon, even as the president has signaled he's leaning against letting the rapper off the hook, according to a report. Nicole Westmoreland, a member of Combs' defense team, said his legal posse has reached out to the Trump administration about pardoning Bad Boy Records founder after he was found guilty of 2 counts of P, but acquitted of ST and racketeering charges in July. It's my understanding that we reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon, Westmoreland told CNN in an exclusive interview. President Trump on Friday told Newsmax host Rob Fitney that he was wrestling with whether he would consider pardoning Combs, but appeared to lean against it after stating the rapper was hostile to him when he ran for office. Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent, Trump said of the Diddy case. Probably, you know, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great and seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile, Trump said. It's hard, you know, like we're human beings and we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you know someone and you were fine and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements. So I don't know. It's more difficult, the president continued. They have talked to me about Sean, Trump revealed. When the host asked if Trump was more likely a no for Combs, the president responded, I would say so. The president has previously signaled that he had been considering pardoning Combs while the music mogul was still on trial in Manhattan. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me, he said of the decision in May. Despite any remarks made by the commander-in-chief, the disgraced star remains hopeful about a pardon, his attorney claimed. Combs is a very hopeful person, and I believe that he remains hopeful, Westmoreland said. Combs has been behind bars since his September 2024 arrest, where he faced federal charges of coercing girlfriends into having drug-filled sex marathons with male sex workers while he watched and filmed them. Judge Ron Summeranian ruled Monday that he will remain in jail, rejecting his latest bid for bail. Combs will be sentenced in October and faces a maximum of 20 years behind bars. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. You know, I will say this. The whole trial was definitely an overreach. And I don't think he, you know, let's just say Trump does not pardon him. I think when this sentencing comes, at best, it should be time served and maybe some probation with an ankle bracelet and say go to counseling, all kinds of counseling, sex addiction, drug addiction, DV counseling, just do all of it. But just holding him in jail at this point, I think is ludicrous, especially for the charges that he was found guilty of. I'm not putting in all this other street stuff that people said he did, the DV, because he wasn't on trial for that. For the charges that he was found guilty of, set the man free. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.